Good evening, everyone. How's it going? This is part 6 overall of Crimson Shroud for the Nintendo 3DS and Nostalgia Replay, and this is part 2 of our new game plus of this game, going for the good ending of the game. I've been spending some extra time since yesterday grinding levels for this. Well, not grinding levels, what am I saying? There are no levels in this game. I'm so used to saying that. But I've been grinding for sure, yeah. I've been grinding for items, is what I should say. Yeah, hold on. I wanted to be able to tackle that bit of story-related content here. Yeah, I still have Infinite Magic active at the moment. But this is something that I might not keep. I had it on for grinding purposes, so I could grind faster, but I might not keep that. Alright, so what's the plan if we don't find the manuscript in here, Geo? Slippy's sudden question reminds you that you're here after the Defense of Heresy, not the Crimson Shroud. You nod. Maybe it's time to start asking the tough questions. What's the Earl really after? You know well enough what the Earl is after. Proof convincing enough to append the cult of the gifts. With the Defense of Heresy in hand, the Earl would have all he needs to chastise the Conclave and gather us both, consolidating power firmly in his hands. That's how you see it, at least. What is the Defense of Heresy? The Defense of Heresy is a 3 centuries old manuscript detailing the research of the theologian Nathaniel into the legend of the gifts. Though it was commonly thought that the gifts were a miracle from God, Nathaniel believed that they were instead sent by the devil to ensnare the souls of men, and he loudly censured the church for saying otherwise. Already by Nathaniel's time, the cardinal and his conclave had labeled the gifts as God's miracle. Yet he had gathered a significant— crud. I skipped a part. Hold on. Yeah, I want to go back to where I skipped the part. It's gotta load the same thing again. Yeah, there we go. Yet he had gathered a significant number of first-generation gifts close to the original gift, and his observations directly contradicted the tenets of the church. He went on to conclude that the church was using their miracles as a lure to entice the masses. They were the very agents of the devil. Nathaniel was soon apprehended for his heresies and deceptions and summarily executed. They crushed his toes and fingers, poured molten lead into his eyes, and nailed him to the cross. His Defense of Heresy was relegated to a locked stack in the Conclave library, forbidden to all. Once again, it makes no sense that they did not simply destroy it, if this was true. With Nathaniel's execution, so did the earliest gifts he had gathered disappear. It is thought that before he was taken, Nathaniel taught his disciples that the gifts were not holy relics, but weapons to be closely watched and used wisely. His disciples received this knowledge and the gifts, becoming the society known as the Gatherers. Though the Defense of Heresy was gone from the public eye, word spread that it contained a wealth of information about the gifts, and soon many conjectured it might even hold knowledge of the original gifts, the Crimson Shroud itself. The monk Endolay. Poor unfortunate Endolay, the Earl noticed his aptitude for study at an early age, and took great pains to encourage the lad's intellectual curiosity, leading him slowly but surely toward his eventual quest for the Shroud. Unaware that he was being manipulated, Endolay committed the sin of copying from an outlawed book, all of his own free will. First time you ever saw Endolay was by a place called Crystal Lake in the freezing hinterlands. The bitter cold of the lake was a lingering effect of the magics used there in a battle long ago. Even in the height of summer, a chill wind blows across the thick ice of the lake, and no man has seen open water there in living memory. By that lake stands a small monastery. The monastery had long been abandoned, a house with no master for many years. No fires had been lit in its ovens, and the cold in its halls was such that great icicles hung where curtains at once graced its arches. There in the library of that frozen monastery lay Andole. There were no visible signs of injury, making it hard to say just what had claimed his life, but you had found what you were looking for, the key to the quest for the Crimson Shroud, Andole's journal. In its pages he had recorded all he had learned and done. What it failed to explain was why. Even after finding the Palace of the Rahab, Andole now lay cold in the hinterlands with no trace of the Crimson Shroud. His body was first discovered by a band of pilgrims traveling from monastery to monastery. The report made its way through the Chaser Guild to you. If a nearly miraculous coincidence had not then occurred, this quest would have ended with Andole by the shores of Crystal Lake. Though you had intended to send Andole's remains to his family, you could find none willing to transport what was still a man wanted by the Conclave, for fear they would be called on to pay for his crimes. Instead, you had him buried by a local church, and sent this journal on instead, but the journal never reached Andole's kin. Less thought, more action. Yeah, so I did procure some updated equipment since yesterday. I know I will have a dragon to face soon. Maybe I should check to see if I have a weapon or something like that that would be useful against the dragon. Although I think my characters are strong enough that they should not need such things. Scorpius. This is for goblins, this one is for demons, this one is for goblins, this one is for skeletons, demons, minotaurs. I don't really have anything that's good against dragons except for the Dragon Slayer sword. I have found, however, no enemies that drop it besides dragons themselves. And you can't just fight random dragons like that, exploring the ruins, so... or at least none that I could find. So I'm afraid he will have to stick to what he currently has. I kinda wish I had a better helm for him. The Iron Helm 1810-1074. That's about 31 besides defense. Yeah, this one wouldn't give me more. I think the Valiant Helm or the Almaz Helm would have been better, but it did not drop often enough that I was able to procure enough of them to meld them together to make something better than the Iron Helm that would have served as a worthy replacement. That's a shame. I did not have enough time. And this is not to say that I did not spend a lot of time trying to obtain them. Now I wonder... the Hunter's Helm too, I kinda wish I could have had a replacement for that. Sadly, I was not able to get any. But he's got the Pirate's Coat though, and the Predator Bow, and I replaced his accessories for what I think are better ones. I don't think I have anything better at the moment. Archer's Loop is something I've been tempted to use, but... is it better overall? I mean, his attack goes up. His avoidance goes down a bit. 0 versus 6, yeah. I don't know. I think this is good enough. I don't have a bow that's good against dragons, do I? Oh, I guess I do. Huh. Yeah, sure, okay. I'll use that then. As for her, does she have any magic that would be useful against dragons? I don't know about ice. Nah, goblins. The Hail Scepter. Still goblins. Is there an element that is good against dragons? Any at all? Thunder? Ah, maybe thunder. Come to think of it. Thunder Rod? Ah. Thunderbolt 3, huh? That's good against dragons. I see. I think I may have... hold on. Do I need to unequip it in order to meld it with something? Because I think I have more than enough Thunder 3, like the level 3. No, I don't have any. Anything Thunder but with 3. Deals lightning damage to multiple... well, it's multiple targets. What is the spell that she has? What's it called? Thunderbolt, yeah. Thunderbolt. And I don't have Thunderbolt 3? Maybe I don't. No. That's a shame. But that will have to do, I guess. Let's go. Let's do it. I think it's the dragon you have to face next. Approaching the door to the west, you insert the Lionheart key into the lock and give it a turn. With a wand of light, the key crumbles and you hear the click of the door unlocking. Because then what remains of the ceiling above you collapses with a tremendous roar so loud you clap your hands over your ears as your eyes go wide at what you see. The fear that rose in your mind the moment you saw those burned black stains is now before you in the scaly serpentine flesh. Serpentine? I don't know. You were really hoping you could make it out of this place without encountering a dragon. I already beat a zombie one, so... Well, he's by himself, at least. See, I got Empower Magic 3. As a matter of fact, I think I got all the skills that they randomly learn at the end of a battle. Because last time I got to choose one, they all could choose from just the one remaining skill, so... So I think I've come to the conclusion that they all can learn the same ones, but they all have at least one that is exclusive to them. And Empower Magic 3, I think, is one that is exclusive to her. Which kind of makes sense, since she is your de facto spellcaster. Meditate 3 is only one that she is the only one to have. Heroism 3, I think Heroism actually is something that she doesn't have. Could be wrong, but... Lippy. Heroism 3? I don't know what the difference is between these two. The likelihood of it working, maybe? It's more likely if you use Dazzle 2. Ranged lightning damage. That was pretty good, huh? 300 points in one turn. Pretty good if you ask me. Well, with that strategy, it could only end well. Dragon Tears, Foil, Worm Hunter, Arms Lore 3. Yeah, they're all good. They're all good things. And with that, that's the end of this chapter. Congratulations, this fight was not easy, but you have vanquished the dragon and saved your own hides once again. Wiping the grime and sweat from your brow, you open the western door. Ahead of you, a corridor traces a gentle curve to the upper levels. Bringing the strength out of your weary limbs, you begin your ascent. Chapter 4, The Lap of the Gods. I loved him. Deeply, deeply. Love of the purest sort. I believed him, trusted him as a babe clings to its mother. I thought I might serve at his side for a lifetime. Gladly I would have served. Yeah, we now know that it is Abigail talking. To make his dreams a reality, to help him achieve all he wished to achieve, to give him everything he wanted. I do not regret that love, that trust, that service that I gave, not even now. Yet I saw what lay inside myself, the darkness spreading there, bottomless, pitch black. Darkness that hungered to be loved, trusted and served. Darkness that wanted to claim him for myself, only for me. The darkness rose in me like a passion, claiming my body and heart until I could no longer sit calmly by. I do not think he realized even then how the passion grew until it brought me to the very brink of madness. He did not notice because I did not show it. I played a part, rational, clear thinking, striving to avert my eyes from the darkness within. Just as before I served him, and he was none the wiser. Until I was betrayed. You would not know the first time you play that this is, well, who this is, that this is not Freya. A messenger arrives for Flint, with reports from the teams in the keep and beneath. All is clear, sir, only the palace proper remains. Things move quickly when you have 1,000 troops on the ground. Not even the goblins and other dire residents of the palace could hold long. Flint gives a few more orders before turning to his guest in the common pavilion. Command Pavilion. Sorry, Freya, but your time is up. You can trust that I'll be sure to bury the bodies. Flint's jeering comment gets under Freya's skin. It's only been hours since she last saw her two friends, but if they are still in the palace, the chances that they yet live grow slim. She prays that they don't try to escape and instead surrender themselves to the Knights of the Peace. Another messenger arrives for Flint. Freya watches with interest as his hard expression grows harder. As soon as the messenger leaves, he turns to Freya. They'll live, if you believe it. Yet they did not listen to our entreaties and instead fled deeper within the palace. Care to explain why? The idea that they mistook the Knights of the Peace for undead occurs to her, but she discards it offhand. If the knights called out to them, as Flint says, then why would they have run? You don't think Geok and Lippy are zombies themselves, do you? Flint says, half to himself. If that were the case, then the two would be enemies of the worst sort, a direct threat to Flint's operations. I suppose there's no avoiding it. We'll have to go in ourselves. Though he appears calm, Freya can tell that Flint can only barely keep his frustrations reined in. Say what he will about him, Geok is his blood, his true brother. Though their different ideals drove them apart long ago, deep in his gut, Flint is worried for him. Messy business, men's hearts, Freya thinks. You stay here and behave yourself, Flint tells her. I'll take you into town when this is all over. Flint strides swiftly from the pavilion. Back to our heroes. Ah, what have I done? Ah! What have I done? That's an old safe, that's an old, save. Ah, no. I pressed the spacebar on my keyboard and that reloaded the... can I cancel the load save state? I don't think I can. Ah! Damn it! I'm gonna have to fight the dragon again! Hold on a second. I was just looking at my phone and then I touched the keyboard without meaning to. You gotta be kidding me! Yeah, and now, by the way, my cheat codes for infinite magic will not work anymore. Because I loaded a save state. Hooray! No, I did not change that. I give them Crescente. And for her, I gave her a Thunder Rod. And I elected that this was enough. Well, I'm not gonna go through all the story reading again, and I can skip all the text, I guess. To get back to where I was faster. Sorry about that, people. I really didn't mean to do this. I was careless. Well, that fight was not hard, so should be able to go through it much faster. Yeah, there's really not much else I can do here. Alright, here we go. It's the same loot as before. Yeah, I should at least get back to where I was fast enough. Alright, I think this is just about where I was. There, I used another save state now, so that in case I load it accidentally, at least I can get back here. You cross the narrow elevated passage into the upper reaches of the palace. The dimly lit rooms here are like any of the other rooms in the place. Furniture broken and askew, plaster falling from the walls. Though the door to the north is firmly shut, you note that the door to the south hangs slightly open. Here, Freya says. You grasp the handle on the door and pull. Uh-oh, Freya has that look on her face, that cold expression she wore after the fight with the demon. The eyes that say something else is inside her. You reach out to grab her shoulder when you hear Freya's voice from behind. Teok, that's not me! You whirl around to see Freya standing behind you. She holds her staff at the ready, the severe look on her face mirroring the severity of the situation. Lippy next to her looks just as flustered as you, but there is no doubt that this is the real Freya. You look back toward the Freya by the door and find that in the space of a second she has vanished. Another trick of the spirits, you wonder. From somewhere you hear a woman's laughter, ridiculing you. It is at once cold and taunting. Who are you? Lippy shouts. More laughter answers. It sounds like whoever it is has moved to the adjacent room. Careful, she's dangerous. Very dangerous. Freya calls out a warning. Her voice wavers. Lippy signals he smells nothing beyond the door, yet there is most certainly something in the next room. Freya, keep back, Lippy on my left, he ordered before diving through the door into the unknown beyond. It's the fight against their doppelgangers. It's this one that I had given him. It's overall better. It's the arrow rod, I think, that I had given her last time. Yeah, I think so anyway. Well, they're all pretty much the same, aren't they? Except for some resistances and things like that that are not the same. Chamber of the Sun? Or shall we... let me think back on it, actually. I guess we can pull the lever now. Unless I have to go through that next fight first. You've returned to Tiefl's room. No sun filters in through the windows and the room smells faintly of mold. Where you walk, thick dust rises from the floor. The footprints you see in the room already are the ones you left before. So far, it seems to be the same text as yesterday. Nah, probably not. Okay, hold on. I'll go back here. Maybe you do have to tackle this fight before doing anything else. The treasury, but not a hoard of glittering gold bright enough to blind the eyes. Just a handful of differently shaped chests upon the floor. It's unclear whether this place was looted or if it was simply this austere to begin with. Such musings, however, are driven from your mind by the sight of the woman before you. She stands atop a raised dais in the center of the room, the woman who looks just like Freya. She stares down at you, her expression cold and unmoving, even as you and Lippy hasten to ready for battle and close the distance between you. Look, crimson cloth! You look around, weapons still held at the ready, and see that Freya is right. A crimson cloth lies draped over the chest directly ahead of you, and there is another hanging loosely on the wall. Is that a crimson shroud? Lippy asks in awe. Which one? You retort, at a complete loss. A flash of light from the dais interrupts you. The woman who looks like Freya has disappeared. A magic gate? Lippy curses, running bow in hand up onto the dais. There, a magic circle is just in the process of fading, leaving a whirl of particles of light to swirl like dust in the air. Lippy shakes his head. What was that all about? These are shrouds, but I sense nothing of the dark about them. They are not gifts, Freya declares. She stands before the shroud on the wall, her face hard. You think for a moment that she is in shock from seeing herself, but soon realize she has other cause for surprise. These shrouds. Isn't that a quiche weave? Your eyes fall on the familiar pattern of gold and silver threads running through the fabric of the shrouds. Freya nods a silent response. This isn't the quiche ancestral home or something, is it? Lippy asks out loud. If this were the home the quiche had lost 1,000 years before. It's not much proof to go on, but still, Lippy says, reaching out to touch the shroud on the dais. The moment he touches it, the gate activates. As Lippy begins to fade, you grab Freya and plunge, dragging her through the gate after him. And where does that take you? Oh yeah, back to the Hall of Prayer. You blink, finding yourself standing in a room in the ruins. Where are we? Lippy asks the question on all your minds. Looks like the magic gate took us to the chapel, Freya says. It's clear that Lippy touching the shroud on the dais activated the magic gate, spiriting you here. A magic circle has been etched in the middle of this room, functioning as a one-way gate leading out, an exit. You cannot see anything like a shroud or switch to activate it. Somehow you have to find a way back. There seems to be another passage leading up. You've returned to stand before the treasury. It's clear that the shroud atop the dais triggers the magic gate. There might be other tricks besides, but you won't find the answers out here. Your path leads into the treasury. There is nowhere else to turn. Look out, it's an ambush! Lippy cries. With a whistling of wind, an arrow comes flying at your head. You knock it aside at the last moment and ready your sword, impressed and not a little fearful at an enemy that could so thoroughly get the drop on your party. Oof, 8 turns. On the successful attempt last time, I think I got like 2 or 3 turns only of penalty. Eliminate the witch first. Kill her! Lippy can't use skills. There's one down. He's regenerating HP. Well, not much. Not having much luck there. Valiant Helm. Nice. Corsair's coat. I imagine this is better than the Pirate's coat. Fandango. Time-worn shoes. Alma's helm. Pure Hazoth, yeah. I can't hold more. Well. Keening Crown, I think I already have a +9 of that, no? I wrote down all of those things, so I don't see it on my list, but it's also possible that I just forgot to write it down. Hang on a second. I may not have the codes from before, but I can still look for a new one. So, 986? No, 46. Yeah, first scan. Next scan. Next scan. Now if I go back... Now I can look for 950. Huh. I got 3 addresses. Okay, it's not the third because I can see the value changing, and it's not the second one either. Okay, thanks, game. Wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute, what? Huh? What did I do? How is that possible? I saw it change. But not by my doing. Eh? I know it is this one. But... Eh? Now this is not making much sense. Ah, no, I know why. Forget about it. Yeah, I know why. It's not a byte value, it's 2 bytes. It's more than 256. I'm so stupid. Uh, 950. But that's still too many values, though. I can't get everything, can I? There's so much good stuff, but I can't get everything. It's a rare one too, so I don't want to let it go to waste. Lead and Vapor, I don't need that. Fifi Abdu, I already have a +9 version of that. Ah! $958. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice another die so I can find the right address. But come on! It won't find it now. $958. Yeah, and $966. Did I not type the digits right? Ah, there we go. I've got it. Finally. There we go. Libby, Freya, are you alright? You call out, but the first to answer is the mysterious woman. Her voice comes from the crack in the door to the treasury. I can hear her. She's calling to us, Freya breathes. She presses forward toward the treasury door. Her eyes are vacant. Hurriedly, Lippy grabs her around the shoulders, holding her back. Snap out of it, Freya, he shouts. Don't give in to her. She's not human. She's a monster. You can hear her calling too. The only way is forward, so you whisper in your heart before turning to the others. No, you say. Let's go. This is destined to be. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. No. There. At least I have a version that is a little bit better. Yeah, same thing for this one. This is the only Corsair's code that I have. I wonder how it compares to the Pirate's code. 30, 53, 35. Well, it's not +9 or anything, so... Healing crown. No, I already had a +9, so I didn't need it. I was right. That was pointless. I did not write it down on my list, this one. Well, I guess I didn't. No, there it was. No, it was on my list. It's just I did not... Well, I did not make it very readable, that list. Hey, no, I don't want to discard that. Oh, this is the only one I have. Same thing here. Yeah, short of having enemies dropping identical weapons, I'm not going to be able to meld them with other of the same kind to make them stronger. Light Scepter. I think I should already have one of these. Fandango, I know that's not the case. Foil, I knew I had others. Fandango. What's that? Radiant Strike. That seems like a promising weapon, but without other weapons that I can meld them with. This won't do me much good. Ah, look at their magic going down. Such a shame. It wouldn't be too difficult to find the code again, I guess. Hold on a second. Delete. Delete. And delete. And I can delete the last one as well. New scan. 135, that's for Geox MP. Alright. Next time the value changes, I can look for the address. You've returned to Tifold's room. No sun filters in. Yeah, it's still the same text. Not much of a door, though. It's only large enough for a child to pass through. Oh, wait. Some of the text was different? You examine the room anew to make sure you haven't missed anything and discover a door behind the tapestry. Ah, okay. Not much of a door, though. It's only large enough for a child to pass through. You would have to crawl on your hands and knees. Just signal to Lippy with your eyes. He shoots you a look as if to say, why me? But he goes through the door anyway. Hey, this is a surprise. Got a body in here, draped in some serious wealth. A child's body. The body doesn't seem to have been buried here, nor was he trapped. To Lippy, it looks like the kid was playing hide-and-seek when he died an untimely death. The seal on the print adorns the bracelet Lippy takes from the child's wrist. Put it back on, it belongs to him, Freya frowns. Lippy shakes his head and reluctantly returns the bracelet to the little corpse. Hey, he says, there's a lever in here. He pulls the lever and you hear a mechanism move in the distance. Something somewhere opening, you guess. My money is on the door, Lippy says. Wiping the dust from your clothes, you leave Tifold's room behind you. $131. Okay, his maximum is 296. I'm not gonna bother with the description. New scan. 183. $179. Okay, so his maximum is 290. For Freya, new scan. 25. First scan. $21. It's just to be able to find the address that keeps changing that I do that. 483. There we go. Lock the value. Alright. We've got magic again. Isn't it here that a door should have opened? From pulling the lever. You've returned to stand before the treasury. The woman who looks like Freya awaits you inside. There is no point in delaying any longer. You resolve to head in. You notice then that the door to the north stands open. As you wonder when that happened, you realize it must have been opened by the lever Lippy pulled back in Tifel's room. You feel drawn to the treasury still, yet you can't help but wonder what lies north. Alright. Ancient Passage and Lost Mausoleum. You open the door to see a long, dark stair awaiting you. Down you go to where the stair meets a twisty underground passage. Unlike the labyrinth earlier, the air here is thick and warm, almost uncomfortably so. Now and then a hot wind blows down the passage, carrying with it the faint smell of something burning and not the familiar aroma of tar and wood from lit torches on the wall. Yeah, and another treasure chest, Lippy announces. I don't know where to get the key to this. Though the chest beside it lies empty, this one seems to be locked by some magic, making the chances good that it contains something of value. But I won't be able to open it. You try picking the lock, but to no avail. Though it does not appear to be trapped, the magic locking gate is particularly strong. You'll have to find a key somewhere if you want to get it open. Good loot, no doubt. I'm gonna look it up online. Okay. The Ancient Passage is a new Game Plus exclusive area to the Haram and can be accessed in Chapter 4. To open this area, you need to pull a lever in Tifel's room after a combat encounter in the Athenaeum. Requires the Mashrik key, the treasure chest, obtained in the Western Arcade after traveling here at least once. Aha! There's another boss that's now available in the room north. Oh, I bet it's a dragon. You've returned to the Western Arcade. A foul stench assaults your nostrils, the lingering perfume of the zombie dragon. The lack of wind through this part of the palace means there's nothing to disperse the smells. You glance over toward the remains of the zombie dragon and spy birds tugging at its rotting flesh. You suppose that to a bird, carrion is carrion. You wish that they would show a little more discretion. Abruptly, one of the flock begins to make a hacking noise from its throat. You watch with a mixture of surprise and disgust as the fowl empties the contents of its stomach onto the flagstones. Then, through the sounds of avian gastronomic distress, you hear a distinctly metallic clink. You look and see a key in the sludge by the bird's talons. Mashrik key! Ah yeah, I guess there's a fight here now. I bet I could grind for some parts. Like a Worm Slayer bow and things like that, perhaps. Let's have a look. I know it's the demon, okay. Is it the demon from before? Do you get something for defeating him? Encounter. I know it's the same fight as before, okay. Thunderbolt 3. There it is. I was looking for it in my menu earlier. I shouldn't have a dragon to fight again, I think, though. Unless in the mausoleum it's a dragon you have to fight. I don't know what awaits me there. I either can't remember, or maybe it is the case that I actually never saw the real ending to this. I honestly couldn't tell you. Thunder Scepter. The Mashrik Key, yeah. Let's go and try to get that thing. If they ever decide to make, say, a remake of Radical Dreamers, I wish it would be done in this style. With a more visual thing to it, I guess. It would be nice, I think. This formula would fit well with that, I think. You've returned to the underground passage. Moist, warm air clings to your skin. Like the labyrinth, the construction here is a natural cavern reinforced with iron and wood and paved with flagstones below. However, on closer inspection, you find that the cut and working of the flagstones differs from that you saw in the labyrinth. These appear to be even older. You have yet to open the treasure chest in this room, though it occurs to you that you recently acquired the Mashrik Key. Perhaps it fits with the lock? You insert the Mashrik Key into the lock and slowly turn it. Though you feel a slight resistance as it turns, a little more pressure and the lock gives. With a wan light and a click, the chest is open. Fluted mail, pirate's coat. Okay. The first thing, yeah, I needed more because I already had some, but I have not brought any to +9 yet. The next two things, I already have +9 versions. Okay, well that was not all that great then. I already have a +9 pirate's coat. This is what Lippy has equipped. Don't need any more, and that too. Fluted mail though. I had already found a few. So this is welcome. Right. I do not know what kind of enemy it is. Oh, a dragon? Judging from the black thing on the wall there. At its end, the long underground passage opens up into a large windowless chamber. Several pillars support the ceiling and braziers burn, casting flickering light across the floor. In the very center of the chamber, a magic circle glows with an eerie light. Is there no way to know what the enemy is here? An archdemon, a dragon, and 10 reinforcements. Which king? Archdemon, dragon. A lot of dragons by the sound of it. Yikes. Ah, well. Oh, I have infinite magic, so I'll just try to hang in there. It seems that the warmth suffusing this place in the passage comes not from the braziers, but up from this circle, yet the circle itself does not burn, nor does the air come up through cracks in the flagstones. The wind blows from that place you light dwellers call the Dark Lands, says the demon standing beside you. Where did he come from, you think, hastily drawing your sword? But the demon wags its jointed finger at you as if to say, I have not come for a fight. This place was once used to honor the spirits that sleep within the land, and a mausoleum of sorts. But no longer. The demon continues to talk, leaving no pause for you to speak. From the cadence of his speech, you decide it's the same demon you met in the Hall of Glory. This is what we call our place of rest, what you in your tongue would call the place of combat. Then the demon laughs in its unsettling way as the earth begins to shake and the magic circle in the center of the chamber begins to glow. It's a gate, and the gate is opening. Ladies and gentlemen, the demon chortles, asking in a loud aside, is that how it goes? The corners of its mouth curl upward in a sneering smile. I hate demons, you think, and not for the first time. I present our combatants, the light dwellers. Which enemy is the main enemy in there? Is it the Archdemon? Apparently they give the best loot in the game. I can't see what my weapons are good against. Well, that's a shame. Tornado breath. zombie dragon this time. Crimson Sword. Well, there goes the Archdemon. A Witch King. $24 or better. I think that's good. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Heroism 3. It seems stronger, Empower Magic 3 or Heroism 3, but it doesn't seem to last nearly as long. If you ask me. Well, I'm done. There would have been more reinforcements, but because I wiped them out at the same time, there won't be. Alma's Bow, Mass Heal 3. Ooh, nice. Unholy Register? What does that do? This trinket was taken from the slain Archdemon in the Lost Mausoleum. Yeah. It contains notes of the creature's soul pacts going back several weeks, with some days containing as many as 10 entries. Okay, whatever that does. Strong light blinds your eyes. You fear the gate is opening when you see the monstrous bodies strewn across the floor have disappeared. Something from the dark lands has spirited them away, it seems. You have proven yourselves strong indeed, light dwellers. I am sure we will meet again. Soon. Soon. The demon's voice rings in your ears, though his form is nowhere to be seen. No thanks, you think, resolving never to come to this place again. I assume if you do return, they will be there again for you to grind stuff off of them. No? Wouldn't that make sense? Alright, now then if I try to defeat the final boss again, will I get a different ending? Because I think the condition for getting the better ending is to have cleared the Lost Mausoleum. Or so I hear, so... Let's see. She stands atop the dais, the woman who looks like Freya but is clearly not of this world. I have waited, the woman says, lifting a finger to point at Freya. 1,000 long years have I waited for the seed of my blood to come to me. Seed of her blood, this woman's quiche, adds a little weight to the whole quiche origin theory, you think? Excuse me, there's something I would like to check. Okay, excuse me. Who are you? Why have you taken my likeness? Freya asks, her anger barely restrained. The woman's reply comes swiftly. My name is Abigail. I was one of the chosen of the Solace in days past. I served the king, learning, aiding, living by his side, always. My king, to you I offer both mind and body. To the end of my life I shall serve and support you. Apprehend Abigail at once. She has schemed against us and tempted the king. Her crimes are punishable only by death. Shame! Shame! You are mistaken. There has been nothing between myself and the king. Who spread such lies? Kill her! Kill her! Kill the traitor apostle! Hey, nice jugs, by the way. You think we do not notice? Your eyes are not those of the faithful follower, but those of the lover. There is no sin of the flesh you claim, and yet it is the sin of the heart we cannot forgive. I am sorry, Abigail, we will not forget your loyal service. Who calls love a sin? If it's of the heart, and not that of the flesh. It's completely backwards. I was betrayed. You look up and see that the woman who looks like Freya is gone, leaving behind the book where she stood in the middle of the magic circle atop the dais, a manuscript of the Defense of Heresy. Freya speaks, looking down at the manuscript by her feet. Whether she sees something in it that you do not, or she speaks from some ingrained Kish tribal memory, you cannot say. Lead is poured into the eyes, rubbing sight that the truth might be buried in darkness. The fingers and toes are crushed, that the punished will know they are not to return to this world. Ironic that the very same method of execution used on heretics today was in fact based on the Kish tradition. One of the 12 apostles serving as the king was executed for the crime of treason. Yet as she died, she cursed the king and the queen and the remaining 11 and the people of the kingdom. From the Dark Lands a demon appeared and the traitor apostle gave the gift of dark power, magic. The apostle killed king and queen both, then turned on the people themselves. The remaining apostles rose up then, fighting to defend the land. They stripped the apostle of her magic and sealed away the sources of her power. Yet it was not easy stopping the apostle, so they trapped her within the palace of the Rahab itself, placing paling upon paling, magic barriers meant not to keep intruders out but to bind her within. That they might keep a watchful eye upon the apostle and prevent anyone from freeing her, the 11 apostles gave their lives in contracts with demons, thus populating the halls of the palace with all manner of foul creatures for an eternity. Though the battle was over, a new struggle soon commenced over the magic artifacts, the gifts left in the world. A struggle that ensured the downfall of the Kish kingdom as the apostle had intended. So the Kish became a people without a land. The descendants of the Chosen learned the ways of sorcery, preparing for the eventual return of the traitor apostle. Freya pauses, wetting her lips. I thought it only a tale told by the elders to scare children, but it was true. Freya smiles, her eyes looking off into the distant past. Yet there is sadness in her face too. It is hard to say how far the truth stretches, but it seems clear that the Defense of Heresy is in fact an historical document detailing the fall of the Kish. No wonder the Conclave wanted it buried. No wonder the Earl wanted it for himself. Maybe the Earl is Kish himself? I think we found what we came for. Time to go home, Lippy declares. Still questions whirl through your mind along with a growing sense of dread. Why was the Defense of Heresy here? And if it was here, why wasn't Endale's body here too? And how did the story of an apostle's betrayal take seed in the popular imagination as the tale of an artifact, the Crimson Shroud? Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere, Freya says, reaching out for the Defense of Heresy by her feet. Stop, Freya, you shout! Don't touch it! How did this happen? You curse toward the heavens, even though you know the answer lies much closer to ground. Your own carelessness is to blame once again. Now, seed of my blood, give your body to me and rejoice, for you will be among the chosen. As you fought for your life against the Apostle, it all started to make sense. She had been waiting here 1,000 years for just this opportunity, the arrival of a descendant of the Kish. But she hadn't waited passively. No, she had spread rumors of one gift to surpass all the rest, the original gift, the Crimson Shroud. This was the bait she used to lure in adventurers in hopes that one of them would be of Kish descent. How great her joy must have been to welcome Andalay with his manuscript of the Defense of Heresy. She killed him, of course. Then with her magic gate she placed his body in the monastery by Crystal Lake that pilgrims might happen upon him. More bait for the trap. And just the latest in what must have been a long line of such schemes over the last 1,000 years. And you, just the latest fool to fall for her greatest deception. The Crimson Shroud is no gift. She herself is the Crimson Shroud. You ready yourselves to confront the ancient apostle. Though Lippy and Freya surely feel as hard-pressed as you do. You glance at them to see they're both grinning. That's my team, you think. Let's take the switch down and get out of here. Bum 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 bum. Can I reveal her health? So I can at least know how I'm faring? I think I don't have it anymore. Maybe I have a scroll that does it. Yeah, there we go. How much do I need to roll? 8? Oh yeah, that's more than enough. 999. You don't say. Heroism 3. She has more than 999. Not enough digits to show it all, huh? But I guess we'll get there fast enough, huh? That's already about 300 points down. Yeah, there we go. Finally, we can see the digits going down. But no, that was not necessary. I had already done that. Yeah, kick-ass. All that grind has finally paid off. Well, in truth, I played the game at 3 times the speed so that I could grind faster. I did spend like 15 hours, I would say, over the last 2 days, grinding over and over and over again, but at 3 times the speed, actually, it counted like 45 hours of grind. That was very optimal, that last shot, huh? Only 6 points more than what I needed. So, will the ending change now? It should, I think. Normally it should. Caduceus? Don't know. Flint walks, thinking back on the rest of his conversation with Freya. Then what? What became of Geoke? The traitor apostle gave chase. According to what Freya said, the apostle became immortal when she received the power of the dark. Unable to kill her, Freya and the others fled. The others fled the palace. Okay, well, yeah, it's there twice. I don't know what. Freya and the others fled the palace, but the apostle followed close behind. Since she was after Freya's body, the others chose to let Freya go on ahead while they lingered behind, a shield to keep the apostle from her quarry. Don't worry, Freya told him. They'll come back. He promised. So far, I can't tell any difference. Flint makes his way toward the underground labyrinth led by his own soldiers. There at the entrance, he sees the two chasers being helped from the passage by a team of knights. They are covered in wounds. Hello, brother, Geoke says weakly. Fancy running into you in a place like this. Ah, this is different indeed. Yeah, okay. You're alive. I'd heard you fled at the sight of my men, Flint says. Ah, that. We picked up a curse along the way, Geoke explains. Couldn't tell the living from the dead. We thought your knights were more zombies come to feast. Speaking of your knights, we hear they found Freya. I owe you one, Geoke says. Didn't you know? Flint smiles. Taking care of the quiche is one of the duties the Knights of the Peace are proud to perform. You both have a good laugh at that. So you didn't get the Crimson Shroud after all. It's for the best, really, you reply. Its owner was loath to part with it. Besides, you think the Shroud may be but a dream, but its dreamer is all too real. She will regain her strength and one day attempt once again to escape her sun-guilt prison. Whether that day will come 100 years from now or a 1,000, no one can say. It will have to be enough for you to prepare the world, as the Kishan of old passed the warning down to their grandchildren. The dark hath no fury like a woman scorned, Freya says, her eyes flashing toward you. It's hard to tell what was true and what was part of the fable the apostle wove. You know only that she remains in the sun-guilt palace of the Rahab, feeding on her hatred, awaiting her next chance for freedom. She was lonely though, wasn't she? Freya barely more than whispers. A bit late for regrets, no? Lippy says with a grin. Unless you're suggesting our fearless leader go back and keep her company. No, you say. One Freya is more than enough. For the first time in living memory, the rocky walls of Sinner's Gulch echo with laughter. I guess this is the end. I almost regret not grinding more because I find it very interesting finding weapons and putting them together and things like that, but I think the game is crushed though. Oh no. No! I think the game is crashed. Is it because I was using cheat codes? Ah! Damn it! I didn't get to save! So what now? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, it's well and truly crashed, the emulator. Well. Kill the process. Well, that would have been right after the final boss. I would have to find the codes again, though. Although, well, I guess Well, judging from how fast I was able to kill her, that probably won't be necessary. I can kill her without using any cheat codes, huh? I could even do it in fast forward mode. Okay, 3 times the speed. Empower magic. Arrow slash. Skills. Heroism 3. Attack. Empower magic. Ah no, that was not necessary. Once again, I've made a mistake. Wind blade. Attune magic. No, not wither. Arrow slash. Should be enough to kill her. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's skip. I can't skip this one, okay? Okay. And I think this, yeah, it should not crash, I think, this time. Oh, come on. I'm not cheating this time. There are no cheat codes active or anything. Why does the game crash then? I did nothing wrong this time. So why? I don't get it. Maybe it's just the emulator being incapable of doing anything beyond that. Now what I want to know is well, that's the ending, I guess. But was there anything after the after the good ending? I don't know. Yeah, hold on. Here I see. I don't want to see a commercial. Someone just filming their 3DS. Hold on. Yeah. So right after that, normally you've got the credits roll. Is there anything else after the credits roll? There doesn't seem to be. Yeah, well, the one thing you guys can't see, I guess, is the credits roll. I'm gonna try one more time, but... Yeah, one sec. Right now it was crashed, so I'll try maybe. Let me think. I'll go back here. I'll save. All right. I will stop the emulation, close the emulator completely, restart it, restart the game, go in full screen mode. I mean, I have a bit of time left, so... Because if there is something... I would like to at least have saved after the credits. If possible at all. Maybe part of the problem is I left the game running for too long. And that carried over something glitchy over the save state that I kept reloading. I think that might have something to do with it. Well, I guess the fight is not so long that I should have to skip through it. Or fast forward. So let's try it again, shall we? But is it really worth using Heroism 3, knowing that... knowing that the effect will go away so soon after anyway? I guess it doesn't last long enough to justify its existence. Although it's pretty good while it lasts, but... Physical immunity? We'll see about that. That did not remove it? Oh, okay. It's considered physical, the skills? Okay. Uh-huh. I cannot skip. All I want is just to be able to save, or at least watch the ending. I mean, I looked it up, but I don't think I've seen any video showing the real ending that was not filmed off of the screen of a 3DS. Pro Jared made a video about it 12 years ago. I guess when it came out. Nah, actually, this might be the only video captured, I mean, in a clean manner of the good ending. So I kind of wanted to come out clean for you guys, and have the whole thing with the credits roll and everything. I mean, you guys have seen it before, right? I mean, if you're trying to just watch the ending and you're like, oh, he's skipping the text, go back. It's like the third time I watched this scene, so... But the game kept crashing on the emulator right at the end. It would not roll the credits. For reasons I, can't explain. Ah, no, there we go, okay. There we go. Because I would like to save my, having cleared the game. I don't think that if you play a New Game Plus with a save file that was a New Game Plus already cleared, that it will make a difference, but, well. I can't tell if the images here are different or not. Yeah, I used Cheat Engine to look for cheats so that I could grind faster. Not having to worry about regenerating magic. And that seemed to have messed with something. I don't know what exactly, but... something in what I did had caused the game to start crashing. Well, this is a game that I have a soft spot for. It's one that I kept a very, very good memory of from when it came out. And I'm really glad that I was finally able to stream it for you guys. It's a game that I don't hear talking about enough. And which I think deserves its due praise. Especially for what it is. For what it was developed to be. Proof that good RPGs don't need AAA production values. I would replay this one over many others that cost a lot more to produce. I mean, just the soundtrack. It goes so hard for a game that was only meant to be played, to be bought for like 10 euros. I couldn't tell you how much it cost at the time on 3DS. Actually, did I mention that in my review at the time? Yeah, I don't know, I didn't mention it in my review at the time, how much it cost. I can't imagine it being more than 10 or 15 euros at the time. Here there's a source that says €8? That was a bargain. But then again, it may have been a discounted price down the line and not what it cost when it came out. Yeah, it's possible that by that time... It's possible that by that time it had already been discounted once permanently. So yeah, that was released physically in Japan as 4 games on one cartridge, or 5, was it 5? I don't know. It was called Guildo 1, I think, the collection of 5 games. Load data from a completed game to create a new enhanced party. I don't know then. But yeah, it would not have been very expensive. Well, that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back in a few days then after I visit my parents. By Wednesday, I think. And we may start Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on Switch when I come back. I mean, I intend to stream that for you guys at some point. It being the only Xenoblade games I have not streamed on the channel. But with that being said, the others, well, I guess with the exception of maybe... I think I already had a save file for 1 when I streamed it. Same thing for 2. 3, I streamed it when it came out, so I was playing it off stream, trying to progress some of the stuff that was not story related, and streaming the main story for you guys. But then Xenoblade Chronicles X or Cross, this is one that I never played. The Wii U version never had a New Game Plus, so it would have been difficult for me to stream it in a fast and convenient fashion for you guys. And now I have to replay it from scratch again on the Nintendo Switch, so we'll see how it goes. I can't make any promises, but I will stream it at some point. And right now it's looking like this will be the one game that I streamed next for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'm done with this one. I'll be back in a few days to stream more games for you guys. See ya. Take care. Bye.